Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Vox O'Clock for episode 19, Trial of the Take Part 2. We just finished the Patreon Hour exclusive. I shaved about 5 minutes off so that we could get a solid 20 minutes over here for Vox O'Clock, but it was pretty much the perfect spot to end it. We, in the Patreon Hour, like I thought we would, destroyed the dragon. I was thinking if it looked like it was being dragged out far enough, maybe I'd chop more off the Patreon Hour, and then we'd see the actual defeat of Rim Fang on the Vox O'Clock portion, but it happened like 10-15 minutes before we even called it a day over there. It was done in pretty epic fashion. Vex was firing arrows. Matt was like, yo, it's looking pretty rough. When he said it's starting to look pretty rough, I was like, all right, I'm going to start counting the hit points now, because I did say at the Patreon Hour that I was looking up things about Rim Fang. I was like, is Rim Fang part of the Chroma Conclave and we just defeated him earlier or something like that, and that's how we led to this whole thing? I saw something that said something about like Rim Fang had 630 hit points, and that would make sense that a dragon would have that amount of hit points. So I was thinking, okay, the second Matt said it's starting to look a little rough, at that point I felt like we had done about 400 damage. So I was like, all right, my guess is starting to look rough means we got about 200 hit points left. I started counting from that moment, and it was about 220 hit points from that point that we took out Rim Fang. Vex was firing arrows. I thought for sure she was going to do it because Matt was like, it is looking really bad. It's barely open in its eye. It is like huffing and puffing on the ground. Vex fires an arrow. It is still alive. Then Rim Fang goes, fires an ice blast at us, 54 damage all around unless you get it halved. I'm pretty sure at that point, Lyra was down, Percy was down, Scanlan had just got brought back and was down for a bit. Grog ran over, healing potion. Scanlan was up. Vex was down to 2 hit points left. And I did say during the Patreon Hour too that Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, fantastic, is like the lovable version of Orion. And I say that because how I always tell you, Orion, for the sake of attention for himself, always has outbursts and does way too much. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is like that, but in all the greatest ways. How I say Orion should do it for the people to make our entertainment value better. That's what she is. She is like the perfect example. Whenever I say it, think of Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, because she does things, I could tell she's just doing it for the love of what she does, and like kind of gets lost in the moment, and it's not about her, and I love it. And she ends up being the one to take out Rim Fang. Rim Fang attacks us, and she is like, I ain't taking 54 damage. I'm using Hellish Rebuke. Rim Fang takes 9 damage and gets taken out by her, defending herself from the attack by Rim Fang himself. So let's jump in. We got about 20 minutes. I'm curious to see where we go. We were collecting dragon scales and teeth and claws. There was a lot of gold. I think we got like 5, 6, 7,000 worth of gold and items. So let's just jump in. You want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon, where you'll see every episode of Campaign 1 and 2 Patreon Hour exclusive. You want your own requested show or movie, go to the link. Ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level, I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, and Cobra Kai's final seasons just ended. Severance, Yellow Jackets, The Last of Us, new seasons. Once Upon a Time, Leverage, Warehouse 13, Sherlock, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out if not. Episode 19, Vox O'Clock, Trial of the Take, Part 2.
Make a perception check.
Can anybody do an Arcana check?
Make your perception check.
Do you have a tech magic? Or
16.
No.
Identify
16. Look at Travis. Travis is selling the grog face right now.
Arcana check on. Well, you guys have a
I have
pretty
to
rest
plug
here.
my
It should be
phone.
fine,
I
actually.
forgot it's done.
Okay, so looking at it, this is a very fancy leather hat.
It's a fancy leather hat. It's
Nice.
I'm kind of curious about the gloves.
Dibs
myself.
on the fancy leather hat.
Each one of these items that you pull out from the ice, and each one emanates a magical aura from them. You take the gloves first and you look at them, and you eventually come to realize, oh, you've heard about this. You've read about this in your books. These are gloves of missile snaring.
Gloves of a
They are gloves that, when
missile
worn,
snaring?
you have an opportunity to possibly snatch a missile.
I was literally going to say, is it what it
These gloves
says?
seem to almost melt into your hands when you don them.
Missile
Their ranged weapon
snare.
attack
I'm
hits
like,
you while you're
that
wearing
to
them.
me
You can
means
use
like you're going to
reaction
snag
reduce
a
the damage by
missile.
a certain amount
And
by
it
the free
literally
hand.
is.
If you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile middle air, like won't stop it
That's
from
pretty
hitting.
I love it.
That might be good for you, though.
For anybody with ranged, probably.
Anybody who's hit by ranged, so.
Literally,
I have a-
snagging a missile out of the air is what I would call it. That's what I'm
Looking
calling
at
it.
the hat
It's not missile snare.
itself,
It's
well, not a very
missile
impressive
snag.
hat. The magical energy on it does give you the idea that it is used as an illusion-based magic. It is a hat of disguise. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the disguise self spell at will. It removes the. It ends if the hat is removed.
I kind of dig this.
No scan.
I like it. See, I like at this point of the game, like in general, like because we watched campaign 2 already and everything. At this point of my viewing of Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, I'm more interested in the
Potion is a potion of climbing.
abilities of the equipment and the
Potion is
artifacts
drinking you can
than
actually
gold. Like
climb
you
your
it's
walking
like,
speed
oh, we got
for 1 hour.
50,000 gold. It's like,
1 hour.
woohoo! I mean, it's awesome. But I would rather have like a hat of
It's like
disguise,
climbing scale
and it's like,
cliffs, you
oh,
have,
that's cool. Like it does
you can
something.
go
To
at
me,
the
like
speed.
those things are
Normally you're
cooler
very
and
slow
more
when you climb, you
fun
can just
than just
parkour
getting
up
it.
super fast.
I mean, I'll take the money too, because we usually always get
While
both.
this is
You always
happening,
get like money
because you rolled
and
a 20, you
and
look over
things.
at the corpses that are
Which
frozen
makes
on the
sense
ground.
in real life.
You see one of the
You would always
corpses
have
itself is
both.
wielding a sword, and another one of the corpses appears to have a shattered bow in one hand. You go over and see the sword itself is not affected by the ice. That is, it actually seems to be resisting the ice.
Look at Laura.
You break it out of the hand. The person who's holding the bow currently, the upper torso is like bitten off and shattered. Part of the body is ruined. The bow is broken and destroyed, but there is a quiver in its back. Within the quiver, you see most of the arrows are frozen solid within the quiver, but there is one that seems unaffected by the ice.
What is this?
Take that.
Can I tell
You
what
pull out
it
the
is?
arrow. It appears to be like a deep forest green, and the actual shaft
love
of the
it.
arrow has a texture to it, almost like a rough metallic texture.
Take
That's
it.
interesting.
I'm taking it. Are you kidding?
There's a frozen man with a
bring this over to
frozen
Lyra.
broken
Lyra,
bow
yeah.
and
I would
quiver.
love to make an arcade.
And every
This is a
arrow
very
is
interesting
frozen,
arrow. I
but-
haven't seen one of these like this. Oh wait, maybe I have.
Oh wait,
27.
Good.
oh
Take
wait,
your time with
maybe I
it.
have.
You immediately recognize there's a similar enchantment on both of these weapons, and whoever came in here earlier had the intent of slaying this dragon and failed to do so. But what you find is a Dragon Slayer longsword, which is a +1 weapon normally.
Weren't
but
we
against
just talking about
dragons,
a
you
Dragon
the
Slayer
dragon
sword
subtype deals
in the
an
live
additional
stream?
2d6
I
damage to
swear.
hit.
It's too bad it didn't work for them.
God, why couldn't we have seen that before?
Yeah.
An arrow of dragon
An
slaying.
arrow of dragon
Singular
slaying.
arrow. It's a one-use arrow.
Oh my god, how crazy is
But
all this?
if it hits a dragon of the dragon race type or group, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
or
like,
take an
had we
additional
taken this
6d10
stuff-
piercing damage.
Wow.
One use. Fuck you, dragon arrow.
One use. I mean, honestly, probably should save it anyway.
The bodies.
Knowing what we know with the Chroma
What
Conclave,
is it? The saving throw? It's a what kind of a saving throw?
do we? I mean, I probably know about this arrow, right?
So,
I would imagine, being
At
as
this
I've
point,
seen
you guys
the
have taken
destruction of the
probably a
Chroma
good hour and a
Conclave,
half or so in this
that this
cavern. You
arrow
can
was
start
used,
seeing
and I just didn't
water
know at
drip.
the time. And being as I didn't know at the time, now I can't even remember if there was some special mythic arrow.
Head back to town.
It might have, maybe, I might have thought because of the vestiges and stuff,
I believe we're within the
that it
3
was
days
part of it. I don't
the
know.
contract.
All I
yes.
know is
Possibly.
that is amazing.
Well, we got the
Yeah.
contract.
We have a
We completed it
fuck
within
you
3
arrow.
days.
Yes.
The fuck you,
Good
dragon.
amount of
So
time
we've
to get back.
killed, yes, we've killed it, so now let's just go home.
First, you go and you pull out the contract effects to inspect it, and you can see that the arcane sigils that were built into there are currently faded.
Yay!
We
And
completed it.
and where it looks like each piece of the dragon that you harvested correctly has seemingly have a strange glimmering gold kind of shimmer from the actual text on the contract.
Lyra, they're gonna love you.
It's so exciting. I can't wait to go to the mess hall and tell everybody many times over and over how
amazing
this
you
happened
are.
together. And you guys, this has been an amazing
I
journey.
love it.
For BFF.
Thank
And
you.
it-
I would like to take just
I can't believe we
one
didn't die.
gold coin right at the base of the head of what was formerly Rhymefang for myself, and I'll put it in a necklace.
Is it Rhyme Fang? I've been saying Rim
Take that one
Fang.
gold piece.
I hope
pocket it.
I've not been
Take a moment to
butchering
remember
his name.
your final death blow against the dragon. And you guys trek back through the caverns you arose, back through the ruined frost giant village, back into the Vesper Timberland. Find where your horses were currently
we're
tied
wrapping it up? Are we
Make your way
wrapping? No,
back
there's no
towards
way. We have time.
the city of Vax'ildan. About a day and a half's worth of travel later, you notice that the blizzard that kind of encompass the 6-mile radius of this mountain
Oh,
range
it all
has
goes
faded
away?
into a soft fog.
So the
And
dragon
actual
was
weather in this area
creating the
seems to have
weather.
been connected to the presence of the dragon is slowly dissipating.
Crazy.
You eventually make yourself to the base of Vasselheim's main wall.
During
You
the
shout at
Patreon
top of
hour
the
too,
wall,
Scanlan
and noticing the group
faked
arriving,
that he was
they left the doors
Aldor.
open. You can see the giant kind of
And made out
dragon-headed
with,
ballistas that are lying on the top of
Lyra.
the city wall are armed and ready, and upon approval, they move them away. You enter the city, make your way through the braving grounds, to the quad roads, to the outside of the Slayer's Take Guild Hall. As you enter the main room, you see Merton is standing there, kind of looks like he's playing a game of solitaire with some sort of deck of
Merton.
cards. He looks up.
I take off the bag and
I
plop
hope
it
be
on.
damned.
We'll all be damned.
Are you serious? You killed him.
Bernie, we
You're
did it.
serious?
I
Show
mean,
me your contract. Show me this contract.
He's like, wait. This you actually did this?
I don't know why
Insanity.
you doubt us.
Here you go.
but
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
it's
He's like
right
utterly
here.
shocked. Matt's doing a good job too.
well done.
And he leaves his hand out to shake your hand.
Oh my god.
I mean, greatest form of respect when someone doubts you that much. Someone doubts you that much and then is so shocked that you actually did it. It's like
you, and then just
you'll
hug him.
definitely
Like,
shut them up for a while,
I
if not
appreciate it
forever.
very much. You lost me 200 gold pieces, but
You bet 200 gold
well done.
against.
You've
I mean, hey,
proven to be more than I expected. Let me get the hunt from Mr. Shi.
See, that's a
Very
good
happy
bet,
to see
though.
that you're right.
because when someone blows away your expectations,
yes.
that's my
And he gets up
favorite
and
kind of
leaves.
bet.
A few moments
'Cause then
later,
it's like-
the,
it's like
Master
you almost
Cendrille
are okay
comes
losing the
in,
money.
her tiefling
Because
self,
it's like
with her horns
either
kind of
you
curled
win
behind her
money
head,
or the person proves
kind of
you
walks
wrong
in
and
with this
you're
smooth
delighted
glare
and pleasantly surprised. Yeah, look, everyone's gonna applaud now.
I must say, some of these contracts you put out is a test of your power and will, and to be perfectly honest, I was pulling for you.
And she puts out her hand, and her husband takes a pouch of coin. puts it in her hand,
Everyone bet against
takes
us.
it,
These
puts it on
horrible.
the center
Well,
belt.
obviously, other people bet on us. For someone to bet against you, you have to
And by
have
this token,
someone on the
by
other end
completed
betting for you.
contract.
So
First off, you
thanks.
have definitely proven
Wife.
your worth to the Slayer's Take.
Oh my god, it's so sweet, Vanessa.
Keep the emotions in check. We need to put up a face here. No one wants to see
Okay,
members
yeah.
of the guild cry.
Yeah.
Now for the rest of you, I would like to humbly ask
I dig her. I forget what her
you
name
wish to
is.
join the Slayer's Take Guild.
But that
Yeah, sure,
is
but-
the whole
why
point,
not?
yeah.
The bear too?
The bear is in.
It's not shown
Do
in the
we
back
get
room.
branded though? Didn't we say something about like a tattoo or a
We get to
branding or
work with
something?
another leader next time.
We get to lead
Because
ourselves.
if the answer is yes, we refuse. This is our leader from now on.
Thank you
If-
so
For
much.
any Slayer's
You are
Take.
able to choose what your group is at
That's
any
what I
time.
meant.
Oh, there you
Whatever the
go.
contract requires.
I really appreciate it, but given the kiss that we had,
I brought it up purposely.
I
because
realized
of this.
why
I had
Aldor
no
doesn't
idea.
love me is that I don't have enough experience sexually. So I need to stay in
What?
town to spread my wings in that area,
Spread your
and
what?
then he'll love me. Won't he, Vanessa?
What is happening?
Lyra,
What is
I
happening right now?
recommend this course of action to not be taken. I would think.
Out of nowhere, the funny thing is, I brought up the kiss because I thought it was hilarious.
Time is your own, but
I didn't think it was going anywhere.
I think this is a great idea.
For the team, Scanlan.
And I can.
very strong.
Because during that, I
You're
didn't get
such a
into it.
friend to me, I
But
can't-
she grabbed his face and was like,
You're right. You're right.
"Why are you so
Vanessa walks
short?"
out and
But I
puts her
did
hand
love
to
this moment or something. She made some sort of comment like,
Woman to
"I was really into it, and I knew you were an Aldor."
However,
Something to
It
that
would seem,
effect.
Be straight
But
with her, will
to
you?
then be like, I now think
I'm
I'm
going
not
to,
specifically,
no,
I'm not sexually experienced
Um,
enough to be with Aldor.
So, with the contract completed, provide.
So
what
Scanlan
you
just
harvested
destroyed
from
a
your
relationship.
quarry, and payment will be delivered.
Dump the goods.
I put the bag down. It's got all this stuff
Just
in
because
there.
Scanlan is
And then we take out a
a
couple from the white dragon. and
Couple
put
of the
in
one
pervy hornball.
And then we got this giant heart right here.
Oh yeah, we have a giant dragon heart.
Yeah.
Took
The heart
3
of which
people. I think that
Ryan,
happened in
like,
the Patreon.
carrying
hour,
on its back
if I'm
as
not
you guys
mistaken.
travel.
3
Slam it down.
people,
It's-
Matt said, it took
hits
to
the table
take
and
out
like
of the
wood
dragon
cracks
the
a little
heart.
beneath it.
Froze.
From the
So
impact
it's
of
like
the partially
preserving
frozen. You can see
itself.
the ice is now starting to melt a little bit on the
Okay,
exterior.
Oh,
well,
it is
needs
starting to
be
melt a little.
preserved.
She gives a nod.
Very well. Merton, please provide these for transport to the contract client.
Can we ask who actually contracted?
Gold and gold and gold?
It's written on the contract itself.
that's
who
right.
is
I'm
it?
so sorry.
Who was who?
Who is contracted?
So, yeah.
I do.
Yes, I'll read it later.
Oswind Grund?
Grude?
Grundle?
Yes, of
Grundle?
G-R-U-N.
It looks like
Alchemist Oswind
Grund.
Grund.
Oh, okay.
Grund. To me, that looks like
Straight check, by the
Grude.
way.
Grund. I could see that
Yeah,
too.
as well.
Yeah.
21.
Grud. Grud.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It's not relevant. It doesn't. Well, to me, it's not.
25.
That name does not ring a bell.
Oh, a history check?
He's a person.
He's a person.
He's a person.
We are so getting shots.
I love it. I love how excited he is, and just immediately went with it like
All
that.
right.
Yeah,
The two of you
that's a
immediately
really
go,
crap.
and it hits you. You've heard the name before. You know you've heard the name and trying to figure out where it is. You pick it up and say, he's a member of the Arcana Pensophical, which is essentially a secret group.
Arcana
Secret. It's a
Pensophical.
very inclusive group of archmages across the entire globe that essentially work together to keep the peace on a global scale. Of which you know that Allura Lysorin is a member of the Arcana.
Oh, right.
Yes, it's Paul's.
This is another member of that team.
All right.
Who ordered this?
She's on Alora's team.
Whatever
If
information.
she's,
This is.
I mean, does Alora like her? We should ask Alora. I mean, it's not
do we
important right
collect our
now, but I would
money?
definitely.
What's
Maybe
the
it is
total on that
important. Why not?
contract?
Why not do it
I was just
sooner than
working that
later?
out.
Just like
Of gold.
somehow
Lots of
communicate with Alora and be like, "Yo, what do you think of this person?"
1,200 for the dragon.
Look at all this.
1,000,
3,500 for the heart.
6,500,
Anyone adding this up? 1,500 for the claws.
Damn.
And then I was.
8,000,
And then 8,000. And then how much for the
1,000.
dragon teeth?
$9,000. I mean,
Per
9,000
dragon
gold.
tooth or for all 6 dragon teeth?
For all 20 dragon teeth.
Yeah. Essentially, considering the dragon teeth that you had already stored,
Yes.
those are used in this transaction,
Yes.
as well as the claws. So you no longer have dragon's teeth and dragon claws stored in your bag. However, you've fulfilled the contract and get full payment for those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a bag of 35.
9,000 we just got.
9,000.
That's pretty good.
9,000 gold pieces.
See, to me, like anything around
And it pulls out a small
10,000 is like,
So you're kind of do something beneath the table
you know,
don't recognize,
worth
and all of a sudden
talking
you hear a clicking
about.
Sound,
I was
and
saying
she
during the
pulls up
Patreon hour,
3 large sacks of
finding
gold.
5,000 gold to me is
On the
nothing.
table.
Back in the
Divide
day,
as you see fit.
I'd be
top
like,
of
oh
this,
crap,
as you have
5,000
now
gold.
been
After spending
When
50,000
your other
at
team members
Gilmore's,
arrive, which should be
I can't get excited about
the next day
anything
or so,
under 10 grand.
You'll be inducted, you'll be absolved of your breach of the laws of Vax'ildan. And you will also require a small payment in conjunction with the Hydra contract.
Oh, that's right.
So,
How much did the
we'll
Hydra
discuss
get?
this as soon as your friends arrive. Until then, feel free to rest.
I mean, this was a nice little side
And
quest
Gilmore.
kind of thing we just did here.
Thank you, madam.
We literally
I don't
went
need it.
from trying to take out the Hydra for the
I'll
town
take, definitely, thank you.
to getting sidestepped into this Slayer's Take scenario. Made a ton of money.
Misspoke.
She missed
And now
I'm
we're
so
all
sorry, she completely misspoke.
licensed bounty hunters, basically,
Tosses
including
baby.
Trinket.
We're going shopping.
1,800 each.
Here we
Well
go.
done. Congratulations. And I look forward to a very fruitful and profitable future together here at the Slayer's Take.
Alright. Scanlan, should we go and make sure that your wounds are completely healed?
Wink, wink.
Perhaps.
Insight check Vanessa really fast.
You
and
may.
just
What are
see
you trying to
kind
gather?
of- Just to see what kind of person she is.
All right, go for an insight check.
You knew my tiefling sisters.
I don't think anything's wrong with Vanessa, but you know, it doesn't hurt to do these things.
24.
You never know, something might happen.
You know you have a
Expect
very, very
the
strong sense of
unexpected.
being able to read a person, and yet she is still an enigma to you. She seems earnest. She seems definitely a shrewd businesswoman, and there's a reason this guild has been successful for as long as she's been at the helm
Yeah,
of it.
I would assume
But
all
as
these
far as reading
things.
her
I would
intent,
assume she's a
She
tough,
seems very guarded and
stubborn,
hard to read,
shrewd person.
Unable to really catch a beat
That's
on it.
how
Dennis, I
you
just want to thank you
last
for entrusting
so
me with
long.
this very, very difficult task. I know that you sent some other people after this dragon, and your confidence in our abilities over theirs, who were defeated, it's just fantastic. I mean, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
What were you thinking, really? It's
Yes.
To be perfectly honest, this dragon had been a thorn in our side with previous contracts, failed on its side.
And you all seem so confident in your skills.
We were testing
I figured
you.
it would be a good.
I mean, I
excuse
feel
for
like
you to
any
either flee from this
hunters
thing and come back with your tail between your legs, or
would be
foolish and get yourself
confident
killed.
that.
In which case, you're not a problem of ours anymore, and everything's fine. Or, best case scenario, what you've shown.
I mean, hey, I get it.
Such as that
It
word
makes sense in
And
this
Vox
world.
Machina does not flee.
Never.
I just think it's funny that they're like, well, you seem pretty damn cocky, so we put you up against this one
I've
foe
resisted
that no
them
one
to
else could
enjoy
take
the night,
down.
Celebrate and return.
And
here
it's like,
when you
I mean, I
see
get
your
it. They're
friends
like,
hopefully
we
return
assumed you
as
just
successful
run
as you
away.
were.
You're not going to die, and if you die, you're an
I'm
idiot.
sure they will.
That's it.
But I would imagine all bounty hunters or wannabe bounty
He
hunters
takes
would
the
be
heart and kind of leaves it over his back,
overly
and he
confident
halfling,
to a fault.
as thick as he is, there's bringing it to a back room. She turns around, gathers the rest of the materials into a sack, and exits the room. And with that, we conclude tonight's session.
I was going to say, I know we're ending
Well
it.
done.
Now, my question is, I'm assuming we're going to get 2 other guests for the other parts, because there is a part 3 and 4 I already saw. I looked ahead to see how they were going to do it, like as far as the titles. And there's a part 3 and 4
Yes, sir.
of the Slayer's Take, Trial of the Slayer's Take, or the Trial of the Take, I guess it's called.
Oh no.
I'm assuming we're
First
going to
off,
get
guys, a big round of applause
guests.
and appreciation for our guests, guys. Fantastic.
Daydreaming! Guess Dragon Kill.
What?
Very fun. Thank you for letting me
Awesome.
guest and being on the Twitch channel. You guys are a joy to have. I'm so proud of being a part.
You were so great.
Be a part of the Geek and Center family.
Yeah. And I would just like to say thank you so much to the community, to the critters out there. I've never felt so much love, like overnight and through this last week. You inspired me today, so and all of us. So thank you so much.
All right, everybody, that is it for Vox O'Clock's portion of episode 19. Did I say that in English? Trial of the Take Part 2. I just said that there is a Part 3 and a 4. I already looked ahead. I have to assume that that is the other crew that is going to be there. We're going to have Liam, Marisha, and Orion. I don't know, maybe Ashley Johnson will pop in, but I doubt it because we had that whole goodbye, farewell, and we know that Pike is at the church. And from what I remember, the way the animated show started was that was where Pike was. So I feel like we got to get at least to that point before we get Ashley Johnson back. So we're going to get the other crew. The only thing I think is interesting, which I was thinking at the end there, is the entire episode, I thought we were going to get a guest appearance by Marisha. Even though Marisha is clearly looking Keyleth here, I was like, why is Marisha on the thumbnail? Because that also led me to believe originally, before we even did the live stream, I was like, oh, I'm thinking episode 19 jumps into the other crew. Like, we're going to take a break from that crew. We'll sideline everything. We'll go to the other crew. And then maybe both crews meet up. That's what I started thinking based on this thumbnail when I got it earlier this week, because I had no idea. I didn't see who was in it. So I was thinking, oh, that'd be really cool if the final 2 parts are all the crews coming together and we have like a giant ensemble, because then we'd have 2 guests on each side. So we'd have our core group of people of 7 plus Matt plus like 4 potential guests. I was like, oh, I started speculating all this insanity. That's why when we started watching it, I was like, oh, well, we're not going to the other crew. So maybe they're going to guest star Marisha for something, or maybe Marisha runs into us, aka Keyleth, and something happens. Totally not relevant. We never see Marisha. So the next 2 parts, who's going to guest star? They might have said. Matt might have started getting into that. But I was like, I kind of want to be surprised. Part of me was thinking, oh, I'm sure Matt will probably say, like, we'll see you next week. We're going to have so-and-so with the crew here. I knew Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, and I obviously knew Felicia Day was involved in Geek and Sundry, and I know her from Eureka because we just finished the entire series of Eureka over on Patreon. But it was nice because I knew both of them from other things, or this in general. So I'm curious now who is going to be popping up in the live stream. Besides that, we killed the White Dragon. Rim Fang is dead. Is it Rhyme Fang? Because Mary Elizabeth said it. I swear people said Rim Fang, but I also might have just read it that way and thought I heard it said that way. And if it is Rhyme Fang, then I have butchered his name for the entire episode. But that being said, I'm going to go edit this up. We'll see you on the live stream. 5:45, we'll be jumping in, like I said, to episode 20. If we hit 50 likes, I will try to post it earlier. The last couple of weeks, I've been posting it late, and we have not even gotten near like 30 or 40 likes. 50 likes, we do the bonus time, which we did anyway last week, and you know the rest of that deal. So 5:45, episode 20. You want to see more of what I do? In the description link for Patreon, where you'll see the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 1 and 2. You want your own exclusive? Go to the link, ask me to watch whatever you want. At a certain tier level, I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Cobra Kai, and Eureka's final seasons have ended. Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, Once Upon a Time, Sherlock, Warehouse 13, and Leverage. Thousands of other movies and shows, full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.